Brand new cafe. My stomach's growling already.
What's going on, Megan?
Well, we're getting ready to kind of explain the meaning behind Malachi's Family Cafe. It's obviously family-oriented, but we're here with the owner, Stephen Bounds. And can you kind of explain to us, Malachi's Family Cafe, where did that name come from?
Well, we're actually standing in front of the inspired verse, which is Malachi 4:6. We took the name because of, this is the last verse of the Old Testament, and it kind of shows the heart of God, of what His desire is. And it says, He will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers. So our desire here with Malachi's is to really see the family reconnect and strengthen the family, see, in particular, see fathers lead their families in a way that is honoring to God.
Sure. Why is that family aspect important, especially in everyday life? Sometimes we can get distracted by other things, but that family aspect, why is it so important to remember that?
Well, if you look at our society, we see family breaking apart everywhere, and this is not something new. It's something that we always struggle with, but we want to see the family strengthened because it is the most important unit in society. If the family falls apart, a lot of other things fall apart. And so we want to see God honored in the family. We want to see men actually be men and lead their families as the spiritual leaders. And we want to see the father and children relationship be strengthened. We want to see the wife and husband relationship strengthened. And that's what we're about at Malachi's.
So, I mean, you're serving coffee, but it's also kind of an educational cafe of sorts that you could say. It's a relaxing atmosphere. You can come sip some coffee, but maybe learn a thing or two. Also, we're going to be making actually some yummy drinks later, so I'm very excited. I'm going to test my hands. I don't actually make coffee or any drinks like that, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
Now, Megan, you do remember I'm lactose intolerant, so any soy products you want to throw in there, almond milk, I'll test it out for you, make sure that you can be their next barista.
Ah, okay, Kristen. Yeah, I'll remember that.
It's all for you.
Your son KHQA's Megan Townley is out and about this morning, smiling ear to ear.
She will make me happy if she brings me back something from this cafe. Good morning, Megan.
Well, you know, Kristen, I think this is going to be right up your alley because we're getting ready to make a Malachi's mocha. And so you have some cool, interesting ingredients that go along with it. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, we make our own chocolate here at Malachi's, which, if you know anything about coffee, a mocha is basically coffee with chocolate, and that's my favorite thing.
Oh, that's my favorite thing, too. We have that in common.
Right. So with the chocolate, we like to do everything with healthy ingredients here. So we use cocoa and coconut sugar. Most people haven't heard about coconut sugar. It's actually, it's not from the coconut ball, it's from the leaves, and it tastes kind of like brown sugar, but it's low glycemic, so it's good for diabetics and things like that. So we make our chocolate with the cocoa and the coconut sugar, and then the coffee that we roast we'll tell you about in another segment, but we have, we've got our coffee going in here with the espresso.
You've kind of got everybody in your family involved in this. They seem to be kind of the experts here. They're making everything. I mean, that just looks delicious, and it obviously will taste. You said it might taste better for some people because it has more natural ingredients, something that they might not be used to.
Right, exactly. That's what we want to do here. Because we're family oriented, we want to make sure that the food and the drinks that we serve are healthy for kids in particular. We have 5 kids with number 6 on the way, and we know that we don't like our kids to get served a lot of sugar all the time.
Oh, sure. Well, that makes sense. And that's something that every family can relate to. You want healthy ingredients. You want something that's going to be good for everybody in your family, and that tastes good too. Plus chocolate, what's better than that? So when we get back, we're going to be talking about specifically some of their coffee ingredients and why it's a little bit different from other coffee shops that you might be going to.
Megan, you are so right. Chocolate coffee, right up my alley. Definitely making me happy this morning.
If heat and humidity are right up
to KHQA this morning, it's time to check in with our very own Megan Townley, who is live in Quincy this morning, stirring us up a nice pot of coffee.
Yeah, and also introducing us to the latest place in which you can dine. Good morning, Megan. Dine. Not
yes.
dine.
Well, yes, dine. Well, you can dine. We have some yummy treats here, as you can see, but they also have especially good yummy drinks. This is what the topic is right now. You guys have really a passion about good ingredients, healthy ingredients, something that you really are very passionate about because you want something that's not only going into other families' bodies that it's healthy, but you're serving it to your own family, so you make sure it's good.
Right, right. Well, we try to be as gluten-free as we can. Our family is gluten-sensitive, so the things that we serve here kind of follow along those lines. And maybe if Julie wants to...
We make all our own stuff as much as we can. We use spelt flour, and spelt flour is an ancient grain, and so it's actually most of the time safe for gluten-free, gluten-sensitive people. Some celiacs have to be careful with spelt, but spelt is a awesome flour because it works pretty closely to the same as white flour does. So we have carrot cake muffins and oatmeal cookies and delicious chocolate chip cookie biscotti, which is really, really good. And
I'm eyeing it. I'm like looking at it like,
I want to try it. Let me have one.
And especially about the coffee specifically, you guys also use an interesting way when making that, and especially to keep it healthy and natural.
Right, right. Well, the coffee is actually imported from California. There's a special roaster out there who invented a specific type of roasting, which is called air roasting. So it's not pan roasted like most other coffees are, which takes out the acidity and doesn't affect people's stomachs very much. So that's one of the unique things of the type of coffee that we serve.
Well, it's not only tastes good, but it's going to make your body feel good. And, you know, if they're serving it to their own family that might have some sensitivities to certain ingredients, you know that it's good, it's natural, and that it's going to be, of course, tasty. So I'm going to go ahead and give my yummy little drink a taste.
It's cruel, Megan.
Ooh, yum, yum.
You know, when Chad's talking about emojis today, it's time to check in with our very own Megan Townley, who is live in Quincy this morning, checking out a new cafe.
Let's see what she's up to. Good morning, Megan.
Well, I have been sipping on some delicious hot chocolate, so I'm just kind of having a relaxing time this morning. I'm really sad that you guys aren't able to join us, but I understand. What we're going to be talking about next is, this is more than just a cafe. Sure, you get yummy biscotti, which is delicious, and you get coffee and hot chocolate, but really you're also wanting to serve someone's spiritual needs.
Right. We're not only Malachi's Family Cafe, but we're also Christ Worship Center, and the cafe kind of is the venue for the church to function in. And one of the things that's unique about the atmosphere here is, I don't know if you've noticed in some of the segments, we've been having the prayer room run in the background. We've got TV screens throughout the place. And this is a ministry that is actually web streamed. It's 24/7. Now, we're not open 24/7, but right. You can log in, and it basically is an atmosphere of prayer, and that's what we want people to be able to come in. It's very relaxing. It's very just a different atmosphere than you'd get anywhere else. You know, we're not playing Bob Dylan or somebody else like other coffee shops would be.
Sure.
It's an intentional atmosphere of prayer. And so we love to be able to pray for people. A lot of people have come in and had different health issues that we've been able to pray for. And that's kind of one of the main things what we want to see happen. We also, Julie and I do marriage counseling and family counseling. Premarital, yeah. And we love to provide families with the resources that they need to be strengthened.
Exactly. So you're not only serving their insides for the yummy factor, the yummy biscotti and coffee, but you're also serving someone's spiritual needs for something that is equally as important.
Right.
So when we get back, we're going to be talking more about this family-owned cafe and some inspiration behind why they opened it and why they continue to do what they do.
Awesome. Thanks, Megan. Definitely a unique cafe, unique message behind it, and while you're getting all these messages, you can get a nice cup of coffee.
Here's another message.
That's right. She is live at Malachi's Cafe, a new kind of place where you can get some coffee and treats in Quincy. What do you serve it up now, Megan?
Well, we're in the playroom, which is one of probably my favorite areas. When I walked into the cafe, I thought, well, the playroom. I mean, I'm kind of a kid at heart anyway, but what's nice about this is you were saying, it's not only a place where your family can feel comfortable, but your kids can play and your kids can have fun, and you know, it's a very family-friendly atmosphere, which is what you guys were aiming for.
That's right, and we have 5 kids ourselves, with the 6th on the way, and we spend a lot of time here. Our kids don't get bored because we've got the ball pit, we've got the castle to climb on, the slide to go down. So although everybody is welcome at Malachi's, we've really designed this place for families in particular, because a lot of times families don't want to spend money to go somewhere with their kids. And you don't have to come to Malachi's. Even if you never drink coffee, you're still welcome. And that's kind of the idea. We want families to be able to come and hang out and spend time together.
Well, and you said a lot of times, sometimes when you might go to a regular coffee shop, it's not always maybe the best atmosphere for kids, but here you can come and they've even got a castle you can climb up. They've got slides. They've got all kinds of interesting stuff to keep your kids occupied, because it's a very family-friendly atmosphere, perfect for your children, so it's good for other kids too.
Yep, and parents can hang out in the cafe area, and we've got a window you can see into the kids' room. The kids can have a blast, and we've even got games at each of the tables, so if you want to play a board game together, or I know there's pick-up sticks and Uno and all kinds of stuff out there, and we just want to encourage families to spend time together.
Which is what you guys really are aiming for too. It's serving coffee, serving yummy treats, but also serving a need of bringing families together, both physically, mentally, and all that good stuff. So when we get back, we're going to be showing you more of Malachi's Family Cafe, and possibly maybe drinking some more hot chocolate, because I think it's calling my name.
It's calling my name too. I wish it would call its way here to the station when Megan gets back.
6:26, let's take a look at your Hollywood Buzz.
All right, well now it's time to check in with our very own Megan Townley, who is live in Quincy this morning, checking out a new cafe.
Yep. Hey, Megan.
Well, I said this earlier, but this is just the definition of relaxation. We've got a very comfy couch that I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get out of, because it is just like, it's nap central over here. But what's interesting about Malachi's Cafe is you guys also work as a worship center.
That's right. We have our church services on Sunday mornings, and we actually invite people to come at 9:30 for free coffee and specialty coffee. And we one thing that's unique about what we do with our services is we serve a snack during my sermon.
So a little bit of a munchies with some nice spiritual health too.
That's right, and we're very interactive in our services, so the kids stay with the parents. We're not a kids church that parents are invited to attend. We're not an adult church that kids are invited to attend. We try to really combine it and make it a whole family approach, and that's kind of one of the strengths of what we do. We hand out notebooks to everybody that come. They can write down questions, and we have a question and answer time after the sermon. We are very lively. The kids interrupt me all the time and ask questions, and it doesn't bother us at all. And you know, I tell people that come for the first time, you know, don't shush your kids, because we're all about kids being interacted with.
Sure. Well, and it's neat because you can see over there, it's very family interactive. You guys have games playing, so it's obviously a very family-friendly atmosphere, which is what you guys aim for, because with you having 5 children and 1 on the way, it's obviously something you want your children to be comfortable, and you want other people's children to be comfortable.
Exactly.
So it's a very family-friendly atmosphere, and that's what they aim to do. They aim to make you a healthy person both inside and out, mentally, physically, spiritually, all 3 bases covered. So be sure to tune in for KHQA News at 5 tonight, because we'll have more details on Malachi's Family Cafe and details about how you can attend one of their worship services or enjoy some very tasty coffee.
All right, thanks, Megan. Another way you can make yourself